Thank you so much, Sakya. I really appreciate it. Good morning, ladies, and welcome. Yes, I am the author of the book, A Flaming Challenge. Last week, this time, I was in the UK chatting to people about the book, and from the response I received, it is very clear that the information in this book is something people are hungry for out there. Today, ladies, we bring you a breakthrough in medical science that hasn't reached your doctor's rooms yet. You see, life is a theater of action and reaction. Our negative thoughts, our negative feelings, our negative attitudes all have a direct impact on our life and our biology. Whenever we think a negative thought, whether it be anger, bitterness, getting upset with somebody, feeling sad, feeling regret, feeling blame. All of this, the human body recognizes as fear. And then this is what it does. It sets off what is called a fight, flight, freeze response in our body. This fight, flight, freeze response is our stress response. Our body does this when there's physical danger in front of us. But now when we are thinking these negative thoughts, there is no danger standing in front of us. But our body does not know the difference between what is imagined and what is real out there. So these negative thoughts set off a cascade of chemical reactions. It releases cortisol, adrenaline into the body, and continuous release of these chemicals cause destruction in our bodies, ladies. It causes chronic disease, it causes autoimmune disease, it causes incurable diseases. Now, on the other hand, when we think positive thoughts, when we are focused with intention on what is positive in our lives, we allow our body to release endorphins, serotonin, oxytocin, and these are chemicals that allow us to feel love, bonding, connection. It allows the human body to heal, repair, and build itself. Ladies, I know this from personal experience. 4.5 years ago, I was diagnosed with not one, but 4 incurable diseases. I didn't just have a second opinion. I had 5 specialists examine me, including 2 professors of neurology, and they all came up with the same conclusion. I was diagnosed with a very difficult and debilitating condition called multiple sclerosis. This is a condition where my own immune system attacks cells in the brain and the spinal cord. I was further diagnosed with the crippling rheumatoid arthritis. This is where the immune system attacks the joints in the human body. This was followed by a diagnosis of Hashimoto's thyroiditis, where the immune system attacks the thyroid gland in the body. As if this wasn't enough, they gave me a further diagnosis of fibromyalgia, where there's just inflammation in every part of the body. Ladies, I was covered in symptoms. My doctors would phone their colleagues to come have a look at this patient who is so riddled with symptoms. I had excruciating headaches. They were so sore that I had to have injections in my brain area, and this just lasted for a few weeks, the relief from it. I had pain throughout my body. My legs were extremely weak. I could barely move. There was constant nausea and vomiting for months. There was burning on the inside. There was tingling throughout my body. When I bent my head forward, I experienced a burst of pain that would shoot down my spine into my legs. I experienced what is called an MS hug, which is a crushing pain around my rib cage. I left the hospital in a wheelchair and was told from the 30 lesions in my brain and spine, there was no way I would be able to walk again. When I got home, my husband carried me from the bed, from the car to reach my bed. I could barely get to the bathroom. I went through pain, sadness, and depression for months on end. And eventually, I realized that if I don't do something about this, this was going to be the way the rest of my life was going to play out. So ladies, Looking at the knowledge I had gained from my master's in chemical pathology, my passion for neurobiology and quantum physics, I decided to look within. After all, it's the father of medicine, Hippocrates, who said, "Let food be thy medicine, and let medicine be thy food." It was people like Albert Einstein, our physicist, modern day physicist, who taught us E equals mc squared, also said everything in the universe is in a state of vibration. Every flower, every rock, every cell in the human body carries its own color, its own sound, and its own frequency. And I started